What it do, people? It's your boy Bandit, and this is y'all line for Vikings Postgame. And how we started, we showing everybody introduce themselves, starting with D Wood.
What's up, D Woods? Skull State of Mind.
Yo, go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, I'm Chris. I'm on X at Crazy Hockey Fan. What up, Joe?
Rich.
Richard, man, you can catch me on Riggs928 on X.
Mike.
What up, y'all? It's Mike. Y'all can find me on X at @1pride_JR.
Keegan.
Hi, I'm Keegan, and you can follow me on TikTok and Instagram at ThatWingsFan97.
And my brother from another mother, Day.
What up? It's your boy Day. You can find me on Twitter at Markham246.
We're going to start the show like this, y'all. I ain't even going to lie. I'm kind of childish today. How you feeling after the loss, man? How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm straight, man. I'm disappointed, on my team to win. I mean, I knew for a fact my team wasn't gonna go 17-0 to the Super Bowl, but I just feel like, just like I said before, there's certain parts of this game I want to see as a measuring stick, especially my D line, coming to this game against y'all O line and y'all running game. I mean, even though Gibbs gashed us for a lot this game, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. The game was, certain parts was back and forth, certain parts wasn't, but we contended, but we didn't get the win. So it is what it is. We competed. We showed that we belong, at the top of the NFC.
Just not the North.
I'll definitely give that. I mean, you guys definitely showed why you were a top team today. Like,
yeah,
it wasn't no pushover victory against you guys, really. I mean, like we were talking about pre-show, you came out and you punched us right in the fucking mouth.
And y'all punched us right back.
Yeah, and we came right back swinging right back at y'all. So
I still think they're one of the top teams in the NFC. I just think we did the little things today, picking up the blitzes with our wide receivers. Jared Goff making, the critical calls and getting the motion of the wide receivers to pick up the zero blitzes in the line. I think it was just the little things is why we won. Minnesota didn't get outmatched. I thought it was a good game.
Mm-hmm. And most of us out there really thought it was going to be like a 3-point game or so or whatnot. So I think it was a pretty good game. A lot of the receivers were blocking the little things that we needed to do, like Rich said. I mean, saw Jahmyr Gibbs get a little block on one of those touchdowns. I mean, that's the little things. Not gonna sit here and lie, but I mean, Sam Darnold had all day most of the game. So yeah. I mean, gotta give credit where credit's due to the Minnesota offensive line, though. They really were holding their own. That's definitely for sure. We just couldn't get any pressure.
Let's talk about the defense.
That's facts.
I
I just feel like, I mean, one of the big things I said though, like when we had the, the pre-show, like my biggest measuring stick, like y'all running game is potent. Like I think y'all got the best running game in the game, which compared with your offensive line and how deadly like y'all two running backs are, like we kind of understood like Blake Cashman, our best linebacker, wasn't going to play this game. So I really wanted to see like how everybody else was going to like kind of, excel in that thumper role of coming down and stuff like that. But for the most part, it was a damn good game, man. Damn good game.
How do y'all feel about our defensive line performance without Aiden Hutchinson, Chris?
I honestly, so I heard something on the radio where it's like we did a point better than what we usually did, which I mean, it's not bad. It was on 97.1. I don't really. I mean, I listened to it, but it's not like they focus more on like Michigan, all that kind of stuff. But it looked pretty decent for missing Aiden. Obviously, that's a huge loss on pass rushing. So you could see that without him, the team, it looked odd because you didn't have him, going for Sam Darnold or the quarterback per se. But overall, it wasn't too bad. I was very impressed with what they did. Could they have more improvement? Absolutely. Especially with a Vikings team, obviously, that has Justin Jefferson and Sam Darnold's on a roll right now too. So I liked what we did. Obviously, kind of was a little bit iffy at parts, but we picked it up, and I think today was a very solid win on that end. So
Everybody agree with Chris? I mean, with Keegan?
Can we kill the narrative of James Houston needs a shot now? He got a shot today and didn't do anything.
Yeah.
He was getting what's it, Uku or Aku? I don't know how to say his name. Played more snaps than him today. The James Houston experiment, I think, is over with after today. He got a shot and didn't do anything with it.
I wouldn't say he didn't do anything. Like he did stop Darnold from going up the middle there. And I think it was Campbell or Anzalone came and cleaned it up. Mike had said there was a small. I mean, so it's not like he didn't do anything. Is it worth maybe a roster spot? I'm not saying that, but he didn't do nothing.
To that point.
Day, you know how you are. Pascal, he sucks. He had 4 tackles and a sack today. He had a good game last game. You
got injured
are
twice.
very hard on players, man.
Especially Houston every week. It's like, man, we need to play Houston. We need to play Houston. Well, he's playing and he's not having an impact.
Yeah, I'm kind of with both of you guys. Like, he had a couple sightings here and there. He had a couple pressures, but I'm with Dad. He wasn't that much of a factor. I wouldn't say he was a factor, but we saw him a couple more times than we have seen him recently this year. So I think he has a couple more weeks to show what he has, and then we'll see what's going on at the trade deadline.
But to be fair, too, though, it was going to be hard for our edges to do anything. Minnesota has good tackles. It would have been interesting to see what Hutch would have done against them. But I mean, you got second and third tier guys going against top tackles. It's not gonna be easy day.
Yeah, it was gonna be tough sledding regardless. Like in the run game, I thought they did a great job. I thought defensive line, I thought the front seven period did still a great job in the run game. Like Aaron Jones popped off for a couple long runs. We gave up. I think the touchdown was like 34 yards. I think that was his longest run of the day.
Yeah, that was the longest run of the day for us.
Yeah, but other than that, I thought we did a pretty solid job in the run game, other than those couple of rushes that he had.
Next question, G Wood. How you feel about your quarterback performance?
Man, I'm Sam all day, man. I think Sam had a great day, man. I just feel like, I mean, the interception was just a great play to me. Branch he just made a great play. Other than that, Sam scrambled, found some yardage that wasn't really there. Extended the plays on the field. That great play to Addison, that 51 yarder was great. Like Sam he's been playing well all season. It's just that people don't give him the credit when credit is due because his name is Sam Darnold, and that's just exactly what it is. But other than that, like he played well to me. The offensive line gave him the time he needed, so it is what it is, man.
He had all day.
Yeah, he had time, man. He had time.
Sam Darnold just has to buck the trend of the past, just like Baker Mayfield did, just like freaking Geno Smith did.
Exactly.
He's just gotta go through those bumps of everybody saying, "Well, it's just lightning in a bottle. He's only going to do this, whatever." You know, like you got to keep going. Like you got to keep trugging down the line. I mean, you're getting paid. You know, who knows? Maybe this gets him a better contract down the line. Who knows? But
I mean, that's exactly what he's playing for. He's not playing for to be the Minnesota quarterback of the future. We already know that's going to be JJ McCarthy. He's playing for his next contract for another team. I mean, he's building his confidence right now to be that quarterback for someone else, and he's not playing bad. I mean, every quarterback is going to make mistakes, you know, time to time, and it's warranted. And the mistakes that he's making is not making us losing in these games. Like, that's just how I look at it. I
mean, I feel that our two teams are. I hate to say this, but I have a feeling we're going to see each other 3 times this year.
Man, I ain't trying to see y'all in the playoffs, man. I ain't trying to say
no. I'm just saying, like,
for real, man.
Chris, I'm gonna start with you. How you feel about our quarterbacks' performance today? Chris?
I didn't hear what he said. I could hear because I couldn't hear his.
I said, how you feel about our quarterback's performance today?
Oh, sorry. Hey, Mike, don't be laughing at me. I see you in the background there.
He's asleep. It's past his bedtime, y'all.
Yeah, I'm just starting to rub my eyes. Come on now.
Put your hearing aids in, man.
wait a minute. Let me turn on my. Hold on. Let me turn it up. No. Jared Goff was really poised today. I mean, he haven't had one where it was almost a strip sack, and he turned it into a completion, a nice completion. Nice pressure pass. He did with what he had. I mean, he got sacked, what was it, 4 times or something like that, or 3. But he still persevered. He didn't let anything get on him. He just kept going. I like what he did today.
The thing that impresses me most about Goff, and I know a lot of fans get offended when people call him a game manager. To me, he is. I don't see nothing wrong with that. And, you know, he's not a game manager like Trent Dilfer was. I mean, he's way above that as far as his passing skills. But zero blitz comes. Did he get paranoid or panic? No. He made the right call, brought his wide receiver Patrick on the motion so he could get the D in. Yeah. Like, he never panics in the moment. The moment's never too big for him. He just I don't think there's nothing wrong calling with him with the game. He's very good. Like, you get what I'm saying? He's not like a Mahomes, a Jackson, or a Allen or anything like that. And he's above your Geno Smith and stuff and Dax and stuff like that, in my opinion.
Everybody's above Dak.
But he manages the game and puts his team in the best position possible to succeed no matter what. He never gets flustered.
He's a cerebral assassin. That's what he is, man. He cuts you up with his mind.
So Triple H, is that what you're saying?
That I agree with there.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the most underrated part about Goff's whole game is his brain, bro. Goff's wicked smart back there.
And that's the problem with today's game. And that's why I don't really like the game manager things. That the game manager tag has a negative connotation. So that's why I don't particularly care for it. But he does a lot of stuff out there pre and during the play that he doesn't get a lot of credit for. And then you're right. Like, his mind, his cerebralness, like, that's the stuff he doesn't get credit for, because it's not like the sexy physical stuff and traits that you can see. Like, he doesn't have the rocket arm. He doesn't run a 4.3 or 4.5 or nothing like that. But he does what you need a quarterback to do out there every Sunday to win damn football games. And I think at some point we got to start respecting that. Like, we did the pregame show and we were told that he couldn't throw, and they weren't concerned about Goff. Not everybody in the pregame show, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't put Woods up there. It wasn't Woods. But
you know?
Yeah, they didn't show up. talk all that shit, and then they didn't show
Hey,
up.
that's why I rock with Woods, man. He show up post game every time, man.
Hey,
that was you, man. He was talking all that class shit.
He wasn't saying that. He wasn't saying that. Woods was not saying that. But some people were saying that they weren't concerned with golf, and he just goes out there and proves it every game. Like he started off this game 18 for 19. Like he almost went 3 games straight with 150 plus passer rating. That's never been done in NFL history. He finished just short of that. I think he finished with 140 for his passer rating. But either way, that's the best passer rating this season on a Brian Flores defense. So at some point, can we please start giving this man some credit? I know he's not Patrick Mahomes. I know he's not Josh Allen, but he's pretty damn good. And if somebody's saying he's playing at a top 3, top 5 level right now, I wouldn't even argue with him. He should be an MVP.
What's his QBR? What's his QBR?
You know,
QBR for today was above 80.
It was 87.
He's only got
it was 87.
Let him answer the question.
It was 87.5. 87.5.
So he had a sub 90 QBR today. That's stuff we gotta be like, man, come on, can we start giving this man some credit?
Yeah.
He's only had 15 incompletions in his last 4 games. That's nuts.
Last 3 games.
No, 4.
Are you sure?
Yes. Because he had that one game, Mike. Remember, he was perfect. Look.
18 for 18. That's crazy.
Yeah, because he only had 3 incompletions today.
And then he had 7 the last game. Then he was perfect. And then he had 7 in another game.
You're on mute, Mike.
My bad. I said he might be right. I'm just looking because I did retweet a lot of stuff out.
I'm looking at he was 22 of 25 today. 18 of 25.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's the last 3 because he's 58 of 68, so that's 85% completion percentage in his last 3 games combined. So yes, the last 3 games, 900 yards basically, sub 900 yards, 8 touchdowns, no interceptions. So yes, the last 3 games.
But I'm saying if you take it back to Arizona, he was 18 of 23, 18 of 18, 18 of 25, 22 of 25. That's only 15 incompletions last 4 games. That's nuts.
It's not bad at all.
Got you.
He can go thoughts
10 incompletions in his last 3.
I like the fact he doesn't force it. You know what I mean? Goff's not out there making the goof plays. We're not seeing Jared Goof. We're seeing Jared Goff.
He's out there making winning plays.
I just feel like golf gets that stigma is because it's like it goes back to the trade situation in my opinion. Because y'all know I'm out here in California, so I hear the new Rams fans, right? So it's a trade situation like, well, the Rams, they traded him so they can get Stafford, right? Because they feel Stafford was better because Goff couldn't get over the hump to win a Super Bowl. So they feel like Goff was the inferior quarterback at that time. But in actuality, if you look at it, Stafford might have won the Super Bowl, but they haven't really done anything outside of winning that Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Like they won the Super Bowl, but their team is basically deteriorating right now.
Right.
And, and Goff is still playing. And
the crazy part about that Super Bowl run was he wasn't even the last part. Like people forgetting that Von Miller came after the Stafford trade.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Like that was the icing on the cake right there. If it wasn't for Von Miller, it don't happen. Who's to say that Super Bowl?
Goff don't fit that mold of star quarterback because he's not a gunslinger and he's not a mobile quarterback. He's going to distribute.
He doesn't have the cannon for an arm. He doesn't have the prototypical arm.
Goff is basically, in basketball terms, he's like white chocolate, man. He's just going to get it to his guy. He just dish it out.
I would say if we're talking about basketball terms, he's the classic 20 and 10 guy that's in the paint, that posting up. That's what Goff is.
Mm-hmm. Man, Goff's like Rajon Rondo. He dishing it out everywhere.
He just called him Jason Williams, bro. That's crazy.
People just don't like it. People just don't like it because they be like, man, it's a new NBA. We don't want to see no post-up game. Shoot threes. That's what Goff is. But as long as it works and we're winning games, I'm fine with it, man.
You'll take it.
So you're saying Goff's like Andre Drummond, 20 and 10?
Oh.
He's like Andre Iguodala.
Don't be Andre Drummond. Andre Drummond off the planet. Don't be Andre Drummond.
Man.
But that's why I say I don't disrespect him at all. I love what he's doing. I'm just saying, he doesn't get put in that category because he doesn't fit one of those traits. He's not a gunslinger and he's not athletic. You know what I'm saying? But he does what he's got to do, and they win. That's all.
Hey, we've been winning consistently, and then when you look up his numbers, like when at the end of the year, last season, the season before that, and it's going to be at the end of this season if he stays healthy and on the field, you're going to have 3 years straight. When you look at the top 5 statistics for all quarterbacks, probably top 3 statistics for all quarterbacks, Jared Goff is going to be up in there, even though people say he's trash and he can't win and blah, blah, blah. He's not the quarterback that's going to take you over the hump or get you to the Super Bowl or win the Super Bowl. But every year, statistically, he's up there at top 3, top 2, top 5 in every quarterback statistic.
Yep.
Thanks.
On the pregame show, I know Wood and Skull fans was talking about if they kept our running backs under 200 yards, they can win this game. How many rushing yards do we have this game?
144.
Yeah.
You kept under 200. What happened? What?
Kept
They
under 200.
was close though. They had the lead.
I told you that was big for me, man. That was big for me. Like,
But Woods, let me ask you a question.
Go ahead, man.
What if the question was to you, how many total yards for Gibbs? Because he had 160 total. Good
Well,
or
I was combining the two, like, because the way y'all
That's what I'm
balance
saying.
is, it was holding both of the backs, like I was, for 200 yards.
Because I think Monty had a good catching game too. I think.
He
Yeah,
had
like
three-
30.
he had-
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah,
3
he
for
had 3 for
39.
39.
Yeah.
Montgomery only had 31 yards rushing though.
Yeah.
Remember he got hurt and he was out.
But
for
they
like
got
a
over
quarter.
200 yards total. Like
If you count all-purpose yards.
No, I'm
Yeah.
counting
No,
rushing
see,
yards.
they weren't.
I know.
You can't do that because they weren't counting all-purpose yards. They were saying
Yeah, they
rushing
were-
yards.
They
I said
were
rushing.
rushing. That's right. Yep.
I,
Yeah, y'all got 144
I get
rushing.
that. I get that, but I'm saying they're still involved doing. That was just.
We were just talking about rushing yards. We just holding both backs there.
I know.
I mean, they what's that total? He had 31. What the Gibbs had 116.
116.
Yeah.
Hey, they did damn near what they wanted them to do. Because
That's
I
how
think
they got out to that. Oh, go ahead, Mike.
No, I'm done. I think I was about to say. I think Zoe said he just wanted them to keep him at like 120. I think that was Zoe's goal, 120.
We don't know what Zoe said because Zoe ain't show up. But anyway,
I'm just saying they were both heavily involved in the game plan, rushing and receiving. That's all.
That's how they were able to come out and punch us in the mouth right away. They shut down our run game on those first 2 drives that we came out and went 3 out on. As soon as they shut us down, that's how they were able to bing bam boom rack up 10 points within like 2-3 minutes. I swear.
Yeah, but
Once we got our running game going, it was a whole different game.
In actuality, though, we got that 7 point. What was Dan Campbell thinking on going for it
I
right
was
there?
just about to ask that.
Yeah.
I was about to say, if you want to be realistic, I don't know what the hell he was thinking. Because that
I was sitting there thinking, I'm like, what the hell is he thinking? Right? It's the first drive of the game, man. Like, come on, man. I know your boy's aggressive, but there's
you could tell pre-snap that you guys weren't lined up in a regular
man.
fucking punt block.
Yeah.
You guys were ready for that. You could tell pre-snap by how you guys were lined up.
That was
crazy
way
part.
too early.
Crazy
Way
part.
too
We
early.
went 3
way too early, man.
The crazy
gotta
part,
let
we
the
get
game-
3 out, and I'm looking at the chat, and everybody typing in like, "What the fuck? What the fuck?" I'm like, "Damn, what y'all talking about?" I look, I'm like, "Hell no!"
I'm like,
what he was doing.
man, you can't do that too early, man.
You gotta let the game come to you before you even start stuff like that. You gotta
we didn't even let them get one offensive time before he did that, man. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was. I mean,
But see, that's the way Dan Campbell is, though. He ain't gonna let you punch him in the mouth. He's gonna come out and punch, good or bad.
That was insane, though.
Man, well, at least let the fight start before you try to come out and punch somebody, bro. Like,
and the bell didn't even ring yet.
Bro, they were still doing their walk-up entrance, bro. Like,
Hey, he was trying to do an option play with his damn linebacker.
bro,
he got big paper with Reeves Maven, man. I ain't gonna lie.
That was so bad.
That was wild, man. And that's how we scored the first 7 though, for real though. Like we only really know what's gonna happen if y'all kick that punt. You know, if we gotta drive down the field, like we really don't know. But that was kind of like gifted to us because we was like right there. And Aaron Jones, that's the bulk of his rushing right there with that 34-yarder.
I thought, wait, you guys got the touchdown off the miss.
Yeah.
I thought they got the field goal. How'd they get the field? I thought they got the field goal off that.
That was afterwards.
That was the next drive.
Yep.
But the first drive, because remember we were in the group chat arguing about Terrion Arnold because he left trying to go in motion with, I think it was Addison, and it was head go there.
Yep.
Oh yeah. But you know, speaking of Addison, so receiver,
I was just about to talk about.
We did well on Jefferson. He had 3 catches in the first half. That first drive Minnesota had, you know, they got him involved real early, got him them 3 catches, the 2 on the bubble. He only had 1 more the rest of the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought we did a good job because, I mean, the MO on him is on the outside. You want to get hands on him. You want to get physical and press. I don't have the statistic in front of me, but he's not getting a lot of yards in press at all. Like, he's barely getting any yards in press. So, when he was on CDE or Terrion, I thought they did a good job getting their hands on him. What they did the second half when they came out on that first drive of the third quarter, they started putting them in the slot. They started motioning them, and that freed them up. And that's what you're supposed to do. If you got a good OC, they got a good head coach, he knows what he's doing. Free him up. He's one of the best in the league. Free him up so he's not getting hands put on him and he's getting free releases. They did what they were supposed to do.
Plus your corners have to chase him across the line, and then they have to chase him because by the time they hike the ball, he's almost at full speed and he can just go.
And he knows where he's going. They don't. So that's the thing about defense. Defensive backs don't. And we had a guy in our group chat going crazy when he scored that touchdown on 21. It's like, dude, like he's a slot corner, and you got the best receiver in the league in the slot, and he's also at a height disadvantage. So it's like, dude, what do you want him to do? He was like, why is he on him? Like, because he's in the slot, they're hiding him, and they got the correct matchup.
Mike, they got the matchup they want.
Mike, when you try to break it down, you understand that shit to people. Like, they don't really understand like all the entities that go into the situation, like all that shit that gotta go together. They don't understand that shit, and this you waste your time trying to break it down to people like that, man.
Yeah, that's what I would be getting sometimes. Like, how long you've been watching the game? You don't understand that.
They don't understand that shit. It just don't. It just don't.
He was still in position though. You know, Jefferson just a better. Ryan Clark tweeted, I didn't know they played each other in high school. They've been battling since high school. Yeah,
I didn't know either. So that's the thing about these players. Like, these players, they've been knowing each other for a while. You don't even know they played against each other in high school, or they might be friends, or some of them turn out to be cousins, or they know, like, or they grew up as friends. So it was a lot of good stuff. That was good information for Ryan Clark. But yeah, like, he's the best receiver in the league, and he had a height advantage on the dude. Like, he's already small, and even for a slot corner, like, you're going to – how tall is Jefferson? Is he 6'2", 6'3"? What is he?
Like 6'3".
6'3". So yeah, you can talk about 6'3" on somebody that's probably like 5'9". Come on, man.
Because I was wondering why they were talking so much during the game, Amik and Justin, and all I could think of Lions fans was Sutton last year talking shit to Jefferson. I'm like, oh, come on now. You gonna get fucked up.
Yeah, because they were talking quite a bit, and I was wondering the same thing, Reg, but when I saw that tweet, I was like, okay, they talking.
Makes sense.
We know each other. So, yeah, that was cool. That was a good matchup.
Hey, Amik was talking shit, but at least he was in the frame talking shit. Sutton getting beat by 30 yards talking shit. Come on, man.
Hey, man, I don't know if that was Cam Sutton. Definitely would have had 250 yards.
That was a rough game. Rough.
Oh yeah, Sam, and he got Darnold too, and not Mullins. Oh yeah, we'd have been toast.
Oh, don't even talk about Nick Mullins, man.
Is he still on y'all team?
Man.
Is he still on y'all team? Is he like the third?
Yeah, he's still he our backup, man. He's still there.
Oh,
he's still there.
Let's talk about the performance of Almond.
Yeah, what y'all need to do, 1 second, Neil. What they need to do is let JJ go back to Michigan, man. We need him.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Can we get a loan?
No.
You got this year is garbage.
Does he have another year?
Unfortunately, they don't have reverse scholarship.
Hey, just think about it, though. If they didn't, he probably be the first pick in the draft this year.
Right, yeah, that could have happened. That could have happened.
Yeah.
Good. He's sitting on the sideline. You don't think so, Day? Carson Beck, because you got that Georgia in the back.
He's way better than Carson Beck.
No. Ask these guys. I don't like Carson Beck. Ask these guys.
Okay.
I'll say it. I don't like him.
Cam Ward.
Cam Ward. I like Cam Ward. I like him. He's my number one quarter.
As you notice, he's the number one.
He hate Michigan. That's all it is.
Man, Michigan is so easy to hate on. Y'all so trash. Y'all finna lose next week.
It's a sidebar. My bad, Neil, but it's a sidebar. But I'm just tired of everybody blaming that defense, man. The defense can only do so much. That offense is garbage, man. They don't have no quarterback.
The quarterback can't throw 10 yards.
Right.
Thought they gonna beat Ohio State.
Me and Chris watched the game when he was out here for that Arizona game. Me and Chris watched the game. This dude, he had like 12, only 11 or 12 passing attempts. He barely broke 30 yards. Like,
yes, it was terrible.
Hey, does anybody got some college eligibility left and you can throw 20 yards? We'll take you.
That's right.
All right, let's go, man. What's the next topic?
What's the next topic?
I'm around St. Brown's performance. Chris, how you feel about his performance, man?
I did well. He had a really good game. I mean, what was it, like 114 yards, like 3-4 catches or something like that. He did well in a touchdown. He had a great game. He was open, caught everything that was thrown at him, took a couple of hits, even had some blocks. Very good.
Didn't he make that third down catch where he caught it and then he immediately got popped from behind? Wasn't that third down catch?
Yeah, he did.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He took a couple of hits. Yeah.
Dave, your thoughts on his performance?
Man, it was great. That blitz beater that they ran, where Minnesota sent the zero blitz again, and Amon-Ra beat the two safeties over the top.
Oh yeah,
man, that was fantastic. A great ball by Goff, great route ran by St. Brown. I think he played very well today.
Mike,
you said what we think about St. Brown?
Sure.
Hey man, he did his job today, man. Well, he do his job every week, but I know it's been a debate who's the number one on this team, is it him or J-Mo? But I think, man, week to week we got a lot of weapons. Sometimes it's gonna be J-Mo, sometimes it's gonna be St. Brown. Like I can't wait till the 22 come out so I can watch that. But they probably put a lot of attention on J-Mo, so that's probably why we didn't see much of him today. But either way, he was still out there.
I said, I bet he was bracketed. I bet J-Mo was bracketed.
I bet you he was. I bet you he was. I can't wait till it come out. But either way, he was still out there being effective in the run game. And even that bubble that they ran with St. Brown early in the game, J-Mo was out there on that side, and he was blocking his ass off. So shout out to both of them. They've been doing a hell of a job, man. They're going to continue being a pretty good duo.
What's going on with Sam Laporta, guys?
I still think he's hurt.
Man, I think it's just a victim of circumstance. We've got so many weapons that he's just like he's not on the, he's not like the Reed. You know what I'm saying?
When we're only throwing,
I think that's just
when you're only throwing 18 to 20 balls a game, only so many people can get catches. We don't
think about it too. It's like with him, like I forget who said it, but we have so many weapons where it's like we could use anyone, but at the same time, he had a really good rookie season, so people are going to be on his ass pretty much the whole time too.
Mm-hmm.
He's another one I'm interested in seeing on the 22 because I think teams are paying him a lot more attention this year as well. But they have to figure out a way to get him going. Like I'm not saying throw him no 10 targets a game, but he has to at least get a few. Like you got to keep him involved if you can. But
I think come playoff time they'll kind of give him a little bit more because last year in playoffs he was really good. So I think during the during playoffs they're going to give him a little bit more opportunity or throw to him a little bit more just because.
Well, I need something more playoffs. We got a long season left.
And I will say, as far as today too, like on top of that, like. That guy on the other side of the ball, like Brian Flores, he's a motherfucker, man. Like you see, a lot of people in the block too. So I bet you on a lot of them plays where he was in, he's probably doing a hell lot of blocking too. So when you play Brian Flores and he's putting like 6 people at the line of scrimmage damn near all game, like you can't run routes. You got to block. You got to stay in the block. You got to give Jared Goff time to get somebody the ball. So. That could have been it too. So I can't wait till it come out. You don't get to see all that on the TV copy live when you're watching the game, but I can't wait.
because I know like for a fact, like after watching this game, and I know like how Kevin O'Connell runs his offense and how he wants those long developing plays down the field. Like I want TJ back. Like I need those intermediate routes to come back because we are getting nothing from our tight ends. Like I know they blocking it, they're doing their job. I mean, we get a catch here and there, but like what we're getting from TJ, like the past like 2 seasons, like we need TJ back, like for real. You know, like because it's like I just feel like you guys can any team can take away Addison because he's a smaller receiver, and if you can jam him at the line, you can kind of get in his head, you can kind of push him around and put him where you want to put him, and you can move Jefferson around in motion, and you can do that, but you got to have another guy to kind of like be a threat. And I can see now, like, if we are not going to have TJ, like, it's going to be a problem. So he needs to bring his ass back. Like, it's possible. For real.
Yeah.
I hope he's back for the Ram game.
A good thing is he's already back in practices and stuff. So, I mean, at least they started the window, right?
Yeah, he could have played today, but it was coach's decision, basically.
You guys should be getting him back soon, hopefully this upcoming week.
Yeah, I think he'll be back on Thursday.
Yeah, you never rush a guy if you can help it. You never rush him.
I mean, you don't want him to play against Kirby Joseph anyway. You know, like fuck.
Hell! We knew that was coming. That's why he didn't play. He was afraid of Kirby.
I mean, he wants to play one game with one good knee first, you know, before he blows that shit out again. You know.
Let's talk about defense. Wood, how you feel about your defense performance today?
I feel my defense did straight, man. I'm proud of my defensive line. Did their thing. My linebackers, not so. You know, I like thumpers. Put it like that. My corners, they were straight. Safeties.
Wait. Your boy got shook by Cleve Raymond on that route. He fell down and everything.
He fell. I mean, he old, man. What you expect, man? That's Stephon Gilmore. He's like 40 years old, man.
He's Chris's age, man. What you expect?
And Gibbs did it too. Who did Gibbs do it to? Didn't Gibbs do it?
Yeah, I mean, overall, like I think my defense was solid, man. I mean, when you playing against a team that y'all got some species on y'all side and y'all got talent, so y'all gonna make some plays. So it's not like we're gonna be some world beaters and just smash out like we've been doing like the past couple of teams. So y'all make some plays, but we, just like I said before, we showed that we can contend. We showed that.
Chris, how do you feel about our performance today on defense?
Well, like I said earlier, I don't think our defensive line got enough pressure. I mean, we got 4 sacks, which one of them was just in the very last minute, which is pretty cool. But I think our linebackers is what played really well today. Our linebackers played really well.
Corners had 3 of the 4 sacks.
Yeah, our linebackers did very well. I think our corners were above average. I don't think they were great. I don't think they were bad. They were just on a scale of 1 to 10, they were like a 7. They did well. I try to keep everything blunt and to the point. Everybody else can talk. So,
did it?
Defense was all right. I mean, they didn't do bad for the situations they were put in. Like right off the rip, I mean, they were put in a short field. So, I mean, they were going to 9 times out of 10, Minnesota's going to score a touchdown right there. You know, and then we come out, we go 3 and out again, and Minnesota drives down, and we only give up a field goal. So to hold them to 10 was kind of a blessing right off top. We could have been down 14 within a matter of 5-6 minutes. You know, and that would have pretty much I guarantee that almost would have changed the whole game plan for us. So I'm happy with the defense today, really am. I got no complaints. Pascal played well. Pascal played well.
Hey, that hurts for Day-Day to say that, y'all.
No, like if the player plays well, unlike Mike K, I will recognize when a player plays well after I've been dogging on him. You know what I mean? So the only one that's got to prove me wrong next is Houston, because I called out Hutch earlier in the season, then I called out Pascal, and they both showed up.
Mike, how you feel about our defense performance?
I think as a whole on the defense, I'm going to give them an 8 out of 10. I thought they were pretty solid. The only thing I didn't like was the lack of pass rush. I think we got to have somebody step up on that defensive line and get after the quarterback, because Sam Darnold had too much time back there, and we went with 4 rushers. So, and then when we tried to get pressure, because we weren't getting pressure with the 4, some of them blitzes weren't getting through either. So we're going to have a couple guys on that defense line step up. Pascal did get a sack. I got to see how he got that sack, because I don't remember how he got it live, but I got to see when the film comes out. But either way, with the points, like we were giving up 18 points a game. And today, I'm saying we gave up 19, man. I think that first 7, I'll give them credit for like 3 of that first 7, because you're giving up a field goal when you do something dumb like that on your side of the field. I still don't understand what Dan Campbell was doing. And then the Montgomery fumble, like Montgomery don't fumble like that, man. And they returned that, so you can't blame that on the defense. That was on the offense. So I thought
you take those,
right, you take those off,
defense.
that's about 19 points right there. So I thought the defense did a hell of a job to be put in some bad positions because Dan Campbell was starting off the game, and yeah, I thought they did a great job. I thought the corners did well. Like I think in the slot, when they put Jefferson in the slot, we had some issues, but that's to be expected. I think the 2 outside corners, Terrion Arnold and Carlton Davis, I thought they played phenomenal.
They gave up the one deep shot to Jefferson, which was like 25 yards, and they gave up 1 deep shot to Addison.
Right, and I mean, and you can only cover for so long, man. Defense line got to get there. So yeah, I get an 8 out of 10 solid for defense.
Keegan.
All right. Anyway, I was gonna say our linebackers were really good today. Overall defense, obviously, you're missing Hutch a little bit, but they stepped up. I like what they did overall. They're working with what they got right now, but they've been really solid all year. They picked it up over the last, from the beginning, first 2 games. So I'm really, really happy with how they're looking right now, and just overall is how they're playing. So can't really complain. I thought they did a tremendous job today.
Rich.
Man, I thought we played pretty well. You know, the best receiver in the league, he only had 7 for 8 for 81 yards and 1 touchdown. I'll take that all day long. Like, you just want to contain him. You're not going to be able to hold him. He's too damn good. I thought our linebackers were really good today. I thought DJ Reader had a good game. Like, you know, against the run. He applied some pressure up the middle. Almost got home one time. That's the only where we really got pressure was up the middle. So you Minnesota fans were correct. That's your weak link. We weren't getting really pressure on the outside. When we did get pressure,
fans are kind of dumb, man. I'm just because I be trying to break it down to fools. They just don't be understanding. Like, so that big play to Addison, right? That's like a 51-yarder, right? I would say that play took about maybe 3 to 4 seconds, right? So Kevin O'Connell, the way he draws his plays up is he always wants to be able to go down the field, right? So by doing that, you ask your offensive line to hold their blocks a whole lot longer, right? So when you ask the offensive line to hold your blocks a whole lot longer, you know, they got to hold it. They have to. So these fools think because the interior lose their blocks within the fourth second, oh, they're playing bad. But on average, most get the ball out within 3 seconds, right? So you're basically telling me these guys are holding their blocks for 4 to 5 seconds longer than anybody else, but they're losing on the field. So how are you telling me that they're bad? Like, that's get the logic. Like, think about that for a second. Like, you're holding it for 5 seconds to go down the field, but you're not going to be able to get these long shot plays if you're not able to hold the block for 4 to 5 seconds. So
that makes sense. But what I'm saying, they're still not. Your tackles are your strength.
Yeah,
they're the weaker of the two.
Yeah,
so I'm not saying they're bad. They're the weaker because that's where our pressure was coming from, whether blitz or just pure interior pressure was the inside. It wasn't coming from the outside. Them tackles are studs.
I get what Woods is saying though, because he's right on that. Yeah. Like if you're blocking for 4 seconds and then they finally get there after that, like you did your job. Like most quarterbacks, that's all. That's an eternity for them. You give them 4 to 5 seconds. That's phenomenal for a quarterback.
Yeah.
Back then to get 4 to 5 seconds because some of them don't even get that. They might get 3.
Exactly.
Like, so you gotta. I just think like some of these people that watch the game, they just watch for like highlights and stuff. They don't really like know like the ebbs and flows of the game. Like
yeah, it's like, oh my God, Sam Darnold rolled out and rolled into pressure, and it's like, yeah, he rolled into pressure. Like the guy's blocking, and he rolled into where he was blocking. You know, the guy came in. It's like he can't do anything about that. Like it's a lot, man. It's a lot.
Yeah, Sam Darnold did a lot of good things out there today, man. Like I was trying to tell some of the guys, and some of the guys were talking about Sam Darnold. Oh, he's not all this, he's not all that. But I'm like, dude, he's been playing good football this year, and he played good football today. Like he made a mistake a couple times. He had to pick, but whatever. He got y'all back in the game. He made game-winning plays. He came out that second half when he started taking off and getting chunks of yards. I think he wound up with almost like 40 rushing yards or whatever it was. So,
yeah.
Like, those are winning plays. Like, that's some of the reasons why we didn't advance from the NFC Championship last year. Because what's his name? What's the quarterback for the 49ers?
Purdy.
Yeah, when he started running, and he was like, man, I can't throw for shit, but I'm going to run and get these first downs. That's part of them staying on the field, man. That's all that counts as a quarterback. Whatever you could do to ensure a first down, ensure 3 points, or 7 points on the board, them are winning plays. I'm sorry.
Exactly. Keep the chains moving as long as there's not no negative plays.
Yeah. Yep. Do what you got to do with what's given to you. That's all.
Well, I'm gonna start with you. What would you think was the key to the game?
After the game, the keys to the game that won the game?
Yep.
I would say after everything else that happened, what won the game to me is basically after the fumble recovery and we scored and we got the ball back, play calling killed it for us. We went 3 and out and gave y'all the ball back with too much time. That won the game for y'all. Like, if we get a first down or, you know, just run the clock off a little bit more, I say we win the game straight up. But we just went 3 and out and put it right back to y'all. Y'all go right back down there, running right back down our throats. Game over, field goal, put the kids to bed. That was the key to the game to us. I'm throwing everything else after that because if you think about it, it was an even game at that point. So,
Chris, what was the key to the game for you?
Our linebackers playing well. I mean, at the end of the day, like you said, I mean, that drive coming back down, just and a lot of people in the group chat was like, why are they moving so slow? Why are they doing? Because they wanted to drain the clock. They wanted to keep draining the clock so that Minnesota didn't have a chance to come back. They were taking their time. Even the announcer was like, why are they taking so long? Do they realize that the game's not over yet? You know, they're losing. Like, it's like they're going slow. They're burning the clock. They know what they're doing, you know. But the key to the game was to burn the clock at the end, and our linebackers playing really well.
Mike.
The key coming into the game for me was to contain their 2 biggest weapons, and that was Aaron Jones and Justin Jefferson. I feel like they did a good job with that. Both of them made their plays, which they are going to make their plays. They're 2 key players. They both each had touchdowns, but I feel like outside of those 2-3 big plays that each individual had for those 2, I feel like we did a good job keeping them in check. So that was my keys, and I think they did a good job at that for the most part.
Keegan, what's your key to the game?
Key to the game, honestly, was shutting down Jeter, and then obviously Donald and I think Jones, if I'm correct on the name. I think.
Yeah,
Darnold.
Darnold. Sorry.
And Jettis.
Jesus. That's
I thought he said cheetah like Tyreek Hill.
No, Jesus. That's the nickname that they gave him instead of J.
I do think they got to smarten up on Sam Darnold can run the fucking football, man. Like when he played, y'all remember when we went to Carolina and
as soon as he ran today, that's what I thought of. As soon as that first run, I was like, damn, there's Carolina all over again.
Man, that field was so laggy that game. He was running like options and RPOs and stuff. Like he's always been an athlete. They need to recognize that. You can't just have him running for 40, 50 yards, man. But they got to clean that up.
Whole thing was just shutting down Jefferson and then obviously making sure that you could shut down Darnold enough to not get it to Jefferson. And I think our linebackers and our whole defense did a really good job. And obviously key outscoring them too. Offense, I thought, played really great. A little bit shaky at first, but overall they did quite well for themselves. So,
Rich, why you back here just chilling? What's your keys to the game?
Man, really, I think, and what's the difference between this year's defense and last year's defense is making stops when you got to. Get your team off the field and get your offense, because our offense has always proved no matter how bad they've struggled, when they really need it, they can get it. They did it today. We struggled in the second half a little bit. But man, gosh darn it, when we needed that drive at the end, Goff led us. And when we need, like Woods was saying, them not being able to sustain that drive and eat more clock, we were able to get the hell off the field to give our offense that chance. So, me, that's what it is, making them plays and stepping up when you really have to.
Player of the game on offense for y'all, who would that be?
Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold, straight up. I gotta give it to the quarterback.
He didn't even question that.
Give us your reason why.
Huh? No, man. Sam Darnold, man.
That's a good pick.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Huh?
Give us your reason why you picked your.
Our reason why is because it's like, I look at it like this, though. When you make a mistake and you throw a pick, I'm always going to measure how you respond and you come back. He threw that pick and he came right back out there and he kept slinging that thing.
Let's be real on that pick, though. That wasn't like a bad throw by him.
It wasn't really.
Branch made a hell of a play. Branch made a hell of a play on that ball. So
yeah, you can't really say that was a bad throw per se.
Because sometimes quarterbacks they throw a pick, they get timid. They like, oh shit, like I'm gonna just tuck in right now. And he came back out there, was like, fuck it, we still throwing the ball. Sam Darnold.
Chris, your player of the game on offense.
Amon-Ra St. Brown. Yeah, hell of a game. I would have picked Jahmyr Gibbs too, but I mean, I'll just flip a coin.
Mike.
My player of the game on offense, I'm gonna give it to the quarterback. I'm gonna go Jared Goff. I'm not. I'm gonna go Jahmyr Gibbs. I don't know what was his problem, but he was on one today, especially that long touchdown run he had. Man, he was ready. And I'm not gonna give it to the quarterback. I'm gonna give it to Gibbs. I will say for Branch though, I agree with Woods and I agree with Day. I think that was more a hell of a play on his side, and it was a bad throw. And that's one of the things I said in the pregame show. Like, it was some fans in the comments from the Minnesota side talking about what best safety duo in the league. Like, both these safeties got 8 total interceptions combined. Like, they both had 4 apiece. So they've both been doing a hell of a job. That's why I wasn't really concerned. Like, Jefferson is a beast. Don't get me wrong. He's one of the best, if not the best wide receiver in the game. But we have 2 very good safeties over the top, and they make plays. But, yeah, I'm giving it to Jahmyr Gibbs.
Hell, Kirby came down and played down near the line of scrimmage and made a bunch of big tackles today, too. So not only both these safeties can play on the line, too.
Right.
The play before Branch made the interception, the exact play before that, he was 13 yards deep and came and made the play at the line of scrimmage. Remember that?
Yep.
And then the next play, he got the ridiculous pick.
Yep.
King, who your player the game on offense?
I'm gonna give it to Jared Goff. Y'all change your answers, so I'll take Goff. He had a really great game. Shaky at first, but really stepped it up, and honestly had a really good
player of the game on offense.
Man, I'm gonna go a different route, man. I'm gonna go J-Mo and Tim Patrick for their blocking today, man. Their blocking in the run game and helping with them 0 blitzes was real key. I'm gonna go with them too.
Player of the game on defense for you, Wood.
Damn, I don't even get to give my offense. Damn, bro. I'm gonna take the O-line, man. Once the O-line got their shit together after those first couple drives, it was a whole different game. Let me give it to the O-line. They played their ass off today after the couple early penalties and shit like that. Yeah.
I apologize once again. Go ahead. Who's your player of the game on defense?
Ivan Pace Jr. 10 tackles, 3 solo, 1 sack, and 1 touchdown.
Dave, who your player of the game on defense?
That's a hell of a day at the office for a linebacker.
Oh, yeah. Not bad for an undersized middle linebacker.
And the crazy part is, like we were having a different conversation in the group chat earlier, most of the players that we loved in the draft, these last few drafts, even if they got drafted by other teams, Pace was one of them because a lot of us love Pace in the draft process. They are balling, man. Pace is one of them.
My player is Kevin Branch, man.
I think better say Josh.
We talked about the pick, and then Rich brought up where he ran up and stuffed the run. I got to give it to Branch.
Chris.
So I'm gonna go with Nowaski for the game sealing sack. That's it. Make it simple.
Shout out to Jeremy on that one.
Mike.
Mike.
And I think Branch, with Hutch not being on the defense anymore, I think Branch is the best player on that defense, man. He just does so much. And he's so versatile. And he's valuable in each of the pass and run game on the defensive side of the ball. I'm going with Branch.
Keegan, player, game, or defense?
Defense. I'm going to go Branch. He had. I just like how he played today.
Somebody different because somebody already picked Branch. I'm going to pick Branch. Come on now.
If Branch the player of the game, he's the player of the game. I don't care.
Yeah, okay. Well, fine. That's what I would have picked, but I wanted to go with somebody different.
I'm like you, Chris. I like to go.
What a way!
You know what? I'm gonna go Arnold. I thought he had a pretty decent game today, covering Jefferson.
You didn't hear his name today, so that's good.
So
yeah,
I thought Arnold had a pretty decent game covering
who's Jefferson. A game on defense.
Man, I'm gonna go Rodrigo. Man, he had 7 tackles and a sack, man, and I thought he did. I thought he did pretty well, man. All our linebackers did, but I thought he did pretty well for filling in for Barnes and everything. He's a pretty valuable player as a role player.
Next week you can come in. We about to get ready to end the show, man. Hey, I appreciate the 347 people that's watching, man.
Thank you.
You do us a favor, go to Detroit Fan Report on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. We're on the way ahead here. Wood, man. Appreciate it, man.
Y'all know, whenever y'all needed a Viking fan to come in here and spend some talk, y'all know I'm ready for it.
All right,
man, nobody gave a shout out. Nobody gave a shout out to Jake Bates, bro.
I was just about to say that.
Bro. Like that's like a storyline for life.
Man, he asked for offensive defense.
One word about
Jake Bates don't play no offensive defense.
Shout out Jake Bates, man. Finally, we got a kicker. Won us a game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wood, let them know where they can find you at, Wood.
Skull State of Mind on all social platforms, especially YouTube. Hit me up. You want some real Viking content? For sure.
Dave, let them know where you can find you at.
Well, tell your boy Zoe I'm looking for him. Because we're talking hella shit before the game. So tell him I'm looking for him.
Hey, shout out to Woods, though. The only one that came back and faced the music. Shout out to you, bro.
I think he did that last year. It was like that, too.
Yep, last year was like that, too. Shout out to Woods.
You know what you hang out with, bro.
Yep.
Hey, and we would have all came through, too. Whether we won, lost, or had a tie this game, we would have came through. So shout out to
You a real one, Woods.
I ain't ducking, man. I know it.
You hear that, Mike? He ain't ducking.
I ain't
I
ducking.
know you ain't talking.
Oh man.
Hey, Woods, he been getting on me on college football, and I've been spanking him every time we match up.
Hey, shout out to Day for taking that loss this morning, then going running to the store. Shout out
I did, Rich only got me by a touch. He only beat me by a touchdown. Don't let him
Hey,
do
that's
it.
all I ever see in the group
we get
chat
on them
is ducks.
sticks, though. Let's
Duck,
go.
duck. That's all I see is ducks in the group chat.
Bro, all right,
Let's
let's
see
go.
you and Mike play, y'all. Y'all been arguing for like 5 hours about ducking. We setting it up right here. You heard it on YouTube first. Rich and Mike playing right after the show.
Hey,
you want to tune in on Twitch and watch
put it
Rich
on
get his
Twitch.
ass
Put it
beat?
on Twitch, Rich.
Yeah, we'll drop it in the chat real quick. We'll drop the Twitch name in the chat. Watch Rich get his ass
That's
beat.
where they can find you at, man. Dave, let them know where they can find you at.
I already did. Find me on Twitter. I'm Markham246. And
All right, Chris.
tell Zoe that's where you can find me because I'm looking for him.
You can find me on X at Crazy Hockey Fan.
Mike, let them know where they can find you at.
You can find me on X at @1pride_JR.
Keegan, where they can find you at?
All right, you can find me on TikTok and Instagram at ThatWingsFan97.
Rich, let them know you can find you at.
Hey, Bandit, my daughter wanted me to tell you, go Ducks.
You is so
She told me go.
Yo.
Oh,
You know I'm gonna do it.
way.
Oh, I'm out of here, y'all. I'm out of here.
Nope, you can come back. You can come back.
Hey, Richard, man, you can find me at Riggs928 on X. That was from my daughter, bro, for real.
I'm proud of my duck.
Hey, with that said, man, we respect Wood once again. We'll do this next game. We play the Vikings, man. But like I said, 361 people here watching. Appreciate y'all watching us, man. If y'all do me a favor, please go to YouTube and X. Just hit that subscribe button. With that said, we out.